all mine.
Can you read me, Commander?
Loud and clear, Tiny.
Finally! There's been tons of magical interference. Been difficult to get a clean line to you. Okay, I've been going over some data coming in from the blast area, and one thing stands out. The people who were within the blast radius who, survived, they need to consume the magic to live, but the magic's also driving them more and more insane.
That must be why I've seen them snatching up bloodstone shards.
Then they have to have a way to harvest the magic inside. I wonder how.
I'll track down where they're taking the shards for harvest and see what they're using. Commander, over.
Did you mean Commander out? It's okay. Communicator protocol takes a little getting used to. Tiny out.
Come in, Tiny. I've liberated the artifact.
Only thing to do now is try it out. You should be able to harvest bloodstone nodes and fragments scattered by the blast.
Bennett, any update on the creature that hospitalized your scout?
We finally got a message from Priory headquarters. Hard to get a pigeon to fly through a magical storm in one piece. The description of these stone men matched an ancient weapon the Mersat and White Mantle used before the Crichton Civil War. They're called Jade Constructs. They were the Mersat's primary martial units.
Floating constructs. That sounds similar to the Exalted.
That's because they're using ancient magic from a similar origin. Or at least that's my current theory, Poobah.
Did your backpack just call you Poobah, Commander?
It's a long story. Go on, Timey.
There was a time, way back, when the Seers and the Mersat shared a lot of info. Why do you think they're all so floaty?
So is there anything that'll keep me alive in a fight against these jade
Can't
things?
say I hadn't noticed.
Remember that magical
I'm either
protection I told you about?
unlucky or
That should
exceptionally
work
lucky.
against Jade constructs, too.
Decide which.
It was based on seer research that Zinn, the founder of Rada Novus, performed during the Crichton Civil War. I highly suggest mastering it before you get in a smashy scenario with one of those Jade groups. Good luck, time me out!
Yet you survived both. I think you deserve a nickname. Bennett the Everlasting.
Isn't that tempting the eternal alchemy to smite me for my arrogance? Does something?
That's not how the eternal alchemy
I could outrun a centaur. It looks like there are magical scorch marks leading this way. I could outrun a centaur. Who's there?
It's me, Commander.
Kaith! Bennett said he saw you.
Are you...
Trying to figure out why the explosion reversed itself and the trail led me here. Look at these marks. Could these have been made by a torrent of magic?
Possibly. You think something or someone was behind this? Or was it a natural disaster?
Seems like an awfully odd natural disaster. You saw what happened, right?
I've recently learned to not always rely on my senses. They can betray you.
This pedestal seems to be the nexus of it all. Let's look around and...
Tremor! Incoming! see that?
That bloodstone explosion seemed to trigger some sort of magical echo.
I couldn't really tell what was happening.
Let's find some more bloodstone and see if we can recreate it. Get a clearer picture. This could give us an insight on why the blast reversed itself. Just a bunch of weapons.
You sure about that? Because they're glowing.
Replenishing. That was unexpected.
I'll hold my I told you so.
Some bloodstone pieces next to this staircase. Guess this is how someone would get down here to do whatever it is our test hopefully reveals.
I guess I really wanted it to be a natural disaster. Didn't want to think about someone tinkering with so much power.
Hey, over here! What was your business in the grove?
I was visiting the pale tree.
How is she after Mordremoth's death?
Ailing, but recovering. Although not well enough to give me the guidance I needed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's... back to the task at hand. Those explosions exposed some more bloodstones.
It's a note. Must have survived in this chest.
What's it say?
It was the White Mantle, all right. Apparently they've been prodding the Bloodstone for some time now. But it also hints at some sort of splintering within their group, and a divisive leader. Must be Caudicus.
The Legate Minister? I should stop by Divinity's Reach more often. I'm out of the loop.
I could outrun a centaur. Bloodstone under this table. Replenishing. I feel good. Some more bloodstone here. Can't believe this operation was happening under our noses this whole time. By the six. What is that? Back on my feet.
Before we go any further, I want to clear the air between us.
Here? Why would I expect any different? Your timing has always been perfect.
See, that's why I have to speak now. I know you're still upset with me, and you have every right to be. I can't take back what happened, but I can tell you I know what I did was wrong. And I'm sorry. My wild hunt, Mordremoth's voice, they were tearing at each other. And sometimes I didn't know which was which. I was very confused. And I felt like the only person I could trust was me.
That's the very time you should have leaned on your friends.
Don't you see? I didn't know who my friends were. Enemies, friends, even Fowlin. It was all grey. I wish I would have trusted you, but I didn't. And now that's in the past. All I can do is hope you'll forgive me in the future.
Keith.
You don't have to respond now. I want you to think about it, so your decision is considered.
Okay, well, let's see if our little experiment works. Ready? I'll take care of releasing their magic.
Then what?
Then we cross our fingers that we jumpstart the magic echo, and don't blow ourselves to smithereens. What was that? What happened?
Where you were standing, there was only a brilliant light, devouring magic. And some people behind the light didn't look so lucky. These silhouettes.
They must have been vaporized by the blast.
Who would have done this purposefully?
Someone who just absorbed the lion's share of a bloodstone's worth of magic. Could have been Codicus. I have to find Canuck and warn him, if he's still alive.
Commander! Are you up there?
Sounds like someone's looking for you.
Commander! Canuck ordered us to find you. Minister Codicus is in the area.
He's alive. I need to tell him about what we just witnessed. Point me in the right direction. Keith?
You know what? I think I'll stay a moment. Maybe poke around some more.
Are you sure? Will you be okay?
It's fine, Commander. Remember? I'm a shadow.
Chosen! It is your destiny to serve the White Mantle!
Canuck, glad to see you're alive. I was afraid you'd been caught in the blast.
We almost were, but then, not.
Me too. Your troops?
Some of them are still looking for you, and the rest are forming a perimeter around this place. I wanted to deal with the Minister privately. I really only need you there to corroborate events, should they go south. Plus, I ran into these two delinquents and figured Dragon's Watch could certainly handle it.
Marjorie, Ritlock, showed up just in time to help us track down Codicus.
It was all anyone could talk about in Divinity's Reach. Canuck, you're here under the orders
Countess
of...
Anise is very concerned about Codicus's well-being. I'm to return him home, unless the innocent until proven guilty minister does something to change those plans.
She must be very hopeful your plans change.
I was instructed to be tight-lipped about it. But I will say this. Yes.
Before we find him, Codicus may have been behind the Bloodstone's destruction and consumed its magic. If it's true, he might be a little stronger than we all remember.
If he did, we can't just let him loose on Kryda. Or maybe all of Tyria is his prize this time.
I only want to be off Anise's leash. Saving the world would just be a corollary benefit.
For Krytos!
We have
No
company!
one crosses the White Mantle!
I'll surely succeed
This
where
is my
others
chance.
failed!
Replenishing. These White Mantle guards aren't affected by the Bloodstone like the others I've fought. They must have arrived after the explosion.
Then they came with Cauticus. We're close. Watch your step.
Ow!
Whatever this place
That one
was,
snuck up on
it was
me.
meant to keep the unwary
I
at
could
bay.
outrun a centaur.
Too close to this
Endurance
bloodstone.
running low.
Strength has left my limbs.
Any counter magic measures up your sleeve, Commander?
Nice work, Commander. Now, if I could persuade you to take care of the others.
Feel the fury! Not enough endurance.
Countering the magic of these bloodstones returns whatever magical properties it absorbed. I know a certain big-eared Asura who'd love to be here to study this.
I heard that!
Perfect. Shields.
How do we bring them down?
These bloodstones can draw off the magic if we can catch the shield through the rocks. Fuel destruction.
Don't have enough energy.
unstable bloodstone gems drain whatever energy gets nearby.
The commander is right about Codicus absorbing bloodstone magic. That may prove handy.
Look faster! These bloodstones won't collect themselves!
Sounds like we might have something ahead.
Let me take the lead, Ritlock. I was given specific orders on how this was supposed to be executed, and I don't need you to defile it with your inclination to blindly smite.
If that's a blindfold crack.
Care to take the door, Commander? Minister Codicus, you have obviously... Oh, he's not here. Ritlock, smite away.
My pleasure.
You'll never take him!
Replenishing. You'll be feeling that one for days.
Do you actually think he's legit?
Feel the fury!
He's not yours to keep, fanatic.
These fools must be taught their place. Magic from bloodstones empowers me! What do you have? Nothing! Drained from my shield. The bloodstones are hungry.
Through. You'll be getting that one for days.
This is impossible! Magic is being drained from me. That's a clever little trick. Damn my dogs!
I feel good.
Power! I should have done this sooner!
I could outrun a centaur.
Kill the fool before my shield is drained again!
Barely. obvious.
Healed by darkness. How does it feel to be completely ineffective? This is impossible! Magic. That's a clever little trick.
Why do you think Codicus wanted them to collect bloodstones?
Hopefully to weigh his pockets down while he jumped in a lake.
He can't be far now. Move along, everyone.
I could outrun a centaur.
The loose magic here has certainly turned this area into a war zone.
So, Commander, you really think Codicus caused the blast to reverse itself?
Possibly. Kaith and I found Ground Zero and determined something or someone soaked up the lion's share of magic.
His escape does seem conveniently timed to be in the right place at the right time.
Kaith, what was she doing here?
Investigating the blast. She asked that I forgive her for stealing the egg and everything.
I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't think people can change that much.
Ever the cynic.
See? Point proven. I'll never change either. Ask Casimir.
It would be hard for me to blame Kaith for her actions while Mordramoth was alive. But let's save the philosophical arguments until after the Minister is dealt with.
Then let's lay the man to rest.
I think you mean return him to safety.
I'll never understand human politics.
Why do I feel like I'm repeating myself? You follow my orders! I don't know where these delusions are coming from. There is one white mantle. Do you hear me? One!
Minister, I understand, but...
But... Quiet! Now tell me again what this pile of rocks can do. Are there magic words? How powerful is it? Well?
That's him, all right.
Reminds me of a boss I had at the cotton candy stands when I was younger.
Everyone ready to crash his party? Time for your foot key, Commander. Minister Codicus, you've obviously been taken prisoner by these white mantle zealots. I'm here to rescue you and return you to the royal palace.
Let's drop the charade, shall we, you ignorant leaf? I will not be returning to Divinity's Reach until I wear the crown.
So I'm clear. You're admitting you're associated with the White Mantle?
Are you quite touched? I'm their supreme leader, and they will carry me all the way to the throne of Kryta.
Commander, did you witness that?
I did.
Then by the providence granted to me by Countess Anise, I hereby pass sentence on you, Codicus Beetlestone. Today is your last day on Tyria. Allow my blade to bid you farewell.
Get them! Turn this thing on! What do you think of my latest find, Commander? It was a bit of a fixer-upper, but nothing a few bloodstones would win.
I believe it's safe to assume Codicus didn't absorb the Bloodstone's magic. Otherwise, he'd be down here himself.
cannot stop me! The Crichton throne was built upon White Mantle blood, and we are its rightful heirs.
You are a heretic, Cordicus, and you shall need no White Mantle, for I am their god.
What? It can't be.
I am the last Mersat. Many years ago, you knew me as Lazarus the Dire. I have returned from the brink of existence.
No! You are a false god! The White Mantle is mine! Don't listen to him!
Empty words, formed by the forked tongue of a snake. The human seat of power and its current monarch are inconsequential. We are destined to face more virtuous pursuits. My true believers, you're welcome to seek shelter in my light. To those who doubt, you're welcome to burn.
Canuck, go now!
Vespers! Sorry, Montre, no offense to Kaz.
Helpful if they're on your side. Annoying if they're not. I understand.
I could outrun a centaur.
He's gone.
I'm sorry, Canuck. However, I can help to catch him.
Doesn't look like there's any sign of Lazarus either. A Mersat alive. We should immediately warn the Queen, but he appeared to be disinterested in Krita.
Surprisingly different from the last time the Mersat were sticking their creepy bird feet where they didn't belong.
Marjorie, weren't you just saying something about people not being able to change?
A virtuous pursuit could mean a lot of things to a Mersat. But I'll admit, I'm curious.
Yeah, they might think it's noble to make a necklace out of your teeth.
With Codicus not displaying any signs of excess power, I think we have to assume Lazarus was the one behind the blast. We need to find him, get an idea of what he's planning to do with all that magic.
Cordicus will want to hunt him down too. He won't readily surrender control of the White Mantle. One will inevitably lead us to the other.
Then this will be a good way to start the new guild. A crisis. But hopefully, not a world-ending crisis.
It's how I prefer my crises.
Commander, can you read me? I have some news.
I'm here, Timey. What do you have?
Something possibly slightly, marginally cataclysmic. I managed to finally get detailed lay readings from the map and determined, well...
What is it?
Primordis is active.
Oh, shiny.
I understand your priority will be the dragon.
A dragon
Mine,
and a Mersat.
however,
Looks like
is
it's time to
Can't help
test
but
the
feel
new
like we're
guild's metal.
surrounded.
Into the fire we go.